Alright, in this section we're going to start with the direct buy methodology and using direct site placements to do our media buys. So let's get into the why before we get into the how briefly. And one of the pros is that we can still tap into the high volume of traffic that we would with a network buy, but we're also going to be able to cut out the middleman. So an ad network essentially is a middleman, and they take typically 30 to 50% of our ad dollar before they pass it on to the publisher. So that gives the publisher incentive to want to work with us because they're going to save money, they're going to give us a better deal, and we're going to pay less than we would with the ad network. The other positive is we're going to build a relationship with that publisher who operates in a relevant niche to our business. So let's say we have multiple offers, they're going to be willing to work with us to make that offer work. They want us as a customer, they want to see our advertising work. Whereas with a network, most likely we're just going to be another account to them. We're going to get more traffic and not have to compete with others for that site placement. In a network, it's very easy to enter into a network. Anyone with a credit card can be there and you're all competing for the same site placement. You're not going to get into a bidding war with your competitors. All this traffic is yourself. You set up a barrier to entry by doing the research and finding the publishers. And you can target this in almost any niche. It's not selective to one vertical. And direct buys, you don't have to worry about all the crap that Google does, especially. Their infamous Google slap. Especially if you're an affiliate marketer, you can direct link here. You don't need to set up and build elaborate websites to satisfy a network. You just create a quick and simple landing page to direct your traffic to for your desired goal. So with the benefits, we also have to cover some of the negatives. It's time consuming. With a network, you can literally get set up in a few hours. With a direct media buy, it could take a lot of time to collect all your data and work out your deals with the publishers. We have to monitor a lot of sites, and in order to do that, we have to pay for a third-party ad server. So that can be seen as a negative. Dependent on the publisher to respond. So let's say we made our list and we found a few websites we know are going to be winners. We are really excited about that traffic that's going to convert well for our offer. We contact the publisher to buy ad space and they don't respond. There's not much we can do at that point. We've just got to move on and find other sources. And let's say for small sources we have a limited amount of converting traffic. So for some sources, they have repeated visitors. They don't have a big stream of new visitors, and at some point we're going to convert everyone there is to convert on that website, and we're either going to need to change out our offer or just cut that source altogether. But basically we're going to have a lot more transparency and control over our ad traffic sources. We don't rely on one place for our traffic, such as Google. Let's say we're on Google Network and for some reason they changed our policies and we're not in line with them and they cut all our traffic sources. Well, guess what? We're out of business. But when we're taking control of our site placements, there's a lot of transparency. We see exactly what's going on and we're in control of it.